Hello everyone and welcome to the Captain's Video Weblog. We are Friday, January the 22nd, 2016, and what can I say, honestly? Yeah, there's something that I totally forgot to talk about. My phone is fucked up, apparently. Wait. So, yeah. Um, I mean, for some reason, I think it's the cold, but I'm not entirely sure. Um, it always seems to believe, I don't know, that my earphones are plugged in, which means that the sound never comes out from the speakers, except on some occasions. But as I found out, it still is, you know, a case where it believes that the headphones are plugged in, because when I plug in the headphones, well, the sound comes out of both the headphones and the speakers. So yeah, I wouldn't have believed that after dropping it so many times and even dumping it in the water, it would be the a problem with the headphones that would make me consider changing my phone. I'm so vain. So anyway, today, what happened today? I worked, sort of. I don't know. This is a really weird thing to say that. Well, I don't have any classes anymore, but I have an exam on Friday, kind of an exam. It's a presentation, and I have an exam on February the 1st. But until then, there's pretty much nothing, and that's not the best thing to happen, because I mean, at least for a week, I know that I will have some work to do, and that I cannot, just skip it, because I'm already in a bad situation as it is. So I'm not gonna make it even worse. But the thing is, if before the internship starts and I get back to have a pretty much normal life, there's gonna be maybe a week or 2 weeks or maybe even a month or even more than that where I will have nothing to do, and but I will need, and I'm saying need because that's not a word that I throw out like that. I need to kind of not go full holiday mode, even though there's a bit in February that kind of is the holidays. So yeah, but I mean, there's not a lot that I can do. I mean, I could there's the only thing that I see myself doing is going cycling, because I mean, there's nothing that really, gets me hyped about exercising, especially when the people tell you, yeah, you should go run for a bit. Yeah, right. You want me to die, right? Because I know that I don't have any stamina, and that's a huge problem. And I mean, I could build up some stamina, but it's not entertaining to run around like a fucking hamster. I'm not into that. I mean, cycling is pretty much the same, except my feet are never touching the ground. What a sad life I have, for a first worlder. But yeah, I mean, cycling in a lot of ways is way more entertaining than just going out and walk. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, for a month at the beginning of high school when I was transferring, I didn't do anything, and to counter the effects of sitting on my hands. Well, I went to walk every morning, and I found that very boring. Mainly because around the place I live, there's not a lot of flat lands. Because I have a friend who told me, yeah, you should go for a while on your bike, like 80 kilometers. I couldn't do 80 kilometers on the kind of landscape there is around my village, because it's all hills and marshes. I mean, the marshes are pretty much the place where it's kinda flat, but then again, it's I enjoy the bees and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, cycling, and plus it's quite a fair distance from my home, and in the middle are some pretty high traffic roads. Like the main road that goes through the department cuts my village into two parts. One part that is the old village, and the other part that's the newer constructions. Like maybe the oldest building is I don't know. I thought it was good. I thought it was a garage, but it's probably an old castle, and that's like from the 1800s, and it was put there especially because it was isolated from the rest of the village. So it's not a good basis for the village. I mean, in the 1950s there was a garage, there was a service area that closed down, and then instead there was a restaurant, and then it closed down, and then there was another restaurant, and it's kind of doing well because there's a parking area for camping cars. I'm not even sure that's the way you say it. But yeah, basically, there's this whole thing that cuts me off from the better places to do a good run on the bike, and I'm forced to go to the hills. And obviously, when you're in my situation, that's not good. And I don't know. But I mean, that's the kind of thing I will have to consider, because after I'm done with my internship, I plan on going back to judo and get my black belt. But the very reason I'm not really hot about going to judo, to the practice, it's the same reason why I don't want to run, because I mean, the warming up is especially thought for the people who are into competition, the competitive part of the club, which I'm not part of, because the last time I went and actually competed in judo matches was in 2006. And I won the departmental championship, but then I broke my wrist, and it was basically the end. But never fear, because at one point, I mean, I need to get points to get the black belt, because it's either through championships, it's through actual fights, or a little competition where you have to win 5 fights and then show off the way you can do the kata. Oh, which is a thing that I have not practiced in years. And all that to get a black belt. I mean, they even judge you on the way you tie the belt. That's sad. I can tie a belt. Yeah. At any rate, I kind of need to get my phone fixed. I mean, if I tell them, oh, I dropped it once, and since then, my phone, the back camera only gets the videos in macro, the mode where it's only clear when it's close, and the sound only comes out of the speakers. There might be something to do. Even though, I mean, I will have to make a backup for all the data that's on my phone, that's for sure, but that's the lesser evil. Because, I mean, it's kind of not functional. It's not as if I want people to hear what I'm listening to, but sometimes I just want to have the sound come out of my speakers and not directly in my ears. So yeah, there's that. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Well, where there's this special celebration for my father, so it will be an early one. Maybe not as early as this one because of upload times. I mean, for a while I thought that the upload times were lessened by stuff like the desktop being connected to the internet. Turns out it's not that, because even when the desktop, even when I'm uploading through the desktop, it's fucking slow as hell. Or that because it was the TV that was, just pumping away all the bandwidth. It turns out it's not that either, because the TV it's at night, so I turn it off. So it's just that the internet is shitty at home, and that the ISP is fucking bullshit. Bye bye.